Hello everyone out there. This is Literature Hub 247, a platform where we discuss literature every hour. This particular video is about a poem titled The Telephone Call. The Telephone Call is composed by Fleur Adcock. Now, if you are new on this channel, please try and click on the subscribe button and also the bell icon there so that whenever any video is released, you are going to be notified. You can also invite your friends to join us here because we have a lot to gain. Let's go ahead and do justice to the poem. The Telephone Call by Fleur Adcock. This is just an introduction to the poem before we do the stanza by stanza analysis of the poem. The Telephone Call, composed by Fleur Adcock, is a criticism of the lottery and the hope it creates in the stakers, that is, those that stake a lottery. It creates hope in them, but at the end of the day, majority of the hopes are dashed. It reflects how the people that are involved in it fail, and in the end, many hopes are dashed. Adcock presents this with a telephone call from a lottery company to the speaker in the poem, who has not bought a lottery ticket recently. The callers explain the modus operandi of the accompanying lottery, and the speaker is said to have won the top prize, quote unquote. He is somehow convinced, but still skeptical to some extent. He is expecting to be issued a check or paid in cash. Eventually, none comes his way. He gets experience, quote unquote, as his prize. So that is a hope dash there. Now let's go ahead and do the stanza by stanza analysis of the telephone call. The Telephone Call is a 6-stanza poem composed by Fleur Adcock. The first stanza opens with a mysterious phone call to the speaker from the universal lotteries, quote unquote, as claimed by the caller. The identity of the callers is not revealed, but they are likely to be the officials of the universal lotteries, quote unquote. The identity of the speaker and the sex is not also revealed in the poem. In this analysis, the speaker is considered a male because males take part in lottery contests more than females. The caller asks the speaker whether he was sitting down. This statement indicates that the speaker should prepare for a lengthy conversation and likely a shock. They ask that question because they know what they are going to be asking, what they are going to tell him, and the effect it might have in the man. That's why they ask him, are you sitting down? Where are you? He should be expecting a lengthy conversation and a shock, likely. The caller then informs the speaker that he has won their grand prize, jackpot, that's what they call it in the lottery term, in the ultra super global special, quote unquote. The conversation continues, and the speaker is told the worth of the prize he wins. They then ask him how he will spend £1 million or more. They said with amusement that the distinction does not matter when the amount of money is much. The conversation continues in stanza 3. The caller asks the speaker if he was fine. The caller then asks him to share his emotions, how he feels. The speaker responds that he can't believe it. The caller then replies that that's the response of everybody. They urge the caller to tell them how he feels, that is, how he's feeling. They want to know how he's feeling in his body with that news. The speaker then tells them that he's light-headed and feels as if his upper head has flown off through the window. The head is reeling like a spaceship. That is telling them how it feels. The callers then say that it is an unusual and strange feeling. They told the speaker to continue sharing his feelings. The speaker then says he finds it difficult to talk as his throat is dry, his nose itches as if he wants to sneeze or burst into tears. Here, the man is short of words because of the nails. You can say he's somehow happy here because of the nails. The callers then assure the speaker not to feel embarrassed in sharing his feelings. They remind him that it is a rare occasion he will hear that he is becoming a millionaire. The callers in the first stanza urge the speaker to hang on, to shed tears for some moments, but the speaker tells them to wait and says that he bought a lottery ticket a long time ago. The man is about he's skeptical here because he can't remember. You can't even remember when he bought ticket. That his name will now come out as the winner of the jackpot. He skeptically asked for the name of the company again. He skeptically asked for the name of the company again. He want to be sure that is it the person or not. The question amazes them and tells the speaker not to worry about buying tickets or not. They said their company is universal, quote and unquote, and they use a retrospective chances module, quote and unquote. This is explained in the next stanza. That is what they use in identifying the winner. Now let's explain the meaning of retrospective chances module. The retrospective chances module entails purchasing the files of all past lottery entries, and a computer program is used to choose the winner. That is, all those that have participated in lottery a long time, they compile their names and the computer will now pick the winner. This means that everybody that has bought tickets for the lottery in the past is qualified for the universal lottery game. The speaker says it is wonderful and expresses his surprise. He adds that he can't believe it until he sees the check or the monetary award. The callers say they are not sending any checks or money. They say that their lottery only gives out experiences, quote and unquote, something exciting to keep on remembering. They claim that the phone call the speaker just had is an exciting and memorable experience. They declare to him that is the prize he won. The callers congratulate the speaker, tell him to have a nice day, and hang up. So that is what he wins. The man has just won experiences through the phone call. That is hope dashed. Let's identify the themes of the poem. The first one is conversation. The poem is a conversation about the use of a phone between the speaker and the callers. The call is put through by the universal lotteries, quote and unquote, representatives to inform the speaker that he is the winner of the top prize among the rest. There's also the theme of skepticism. The speaker is skeptical about the information received from the caller that he has won the top prize in the company's lottery contest. He's in doubt because he has not bought any tickets recently to participate in any lottery. That is why he said in the second stanza, let's go from there. I said, I can't believe it, quote and unquote. He also asked for the name of the company again for more clarification because he's sure that he hasn't bought any tickets recently. Let's go from the poem. I haven't bought a lottery ticket for years and years. And what did you say the company is called? Quote and unquote. The speaker still doesn't believe it, even when he's told the company's name. He says until he sees the check or the money. From the poem again. I still can't quite. I will believe it when I see the check. But the money? That's it. So there is happiness. There are indications that the speaker is happy with the insistence of the callers attributing £1 million to him, though skeptical about the whole thing. We can say that he is emotionally happy, judging from his response and what he says going on in his body chemistry. Let's go from the poem. I feel the top of my head has floated off out through the window, revolving like a flying saucer, quote unquote. When they tell him to go on, he says, I said I'm finding it hard to talk. My throat's gone dry. My nose is tingling. I think I'm going to sneeze or cry, quote unquote. These are indications that the speaker is happy with the information from the callers. Happiness leads him to feelings of emotions. So we have theme of emotion here. According to the English dictionary, emotion is a person's internal state of being, an involuntary physiological response to an object or situation, based on or tied to physical state and sensory data. The caller's emotions has been raised here as a result of the information given to him by the callers. Although he's partially convinced later, but not completely. That's why he says he will believe it when he sees the check of money. We also have hope. The speaker is happy and emotional, and his hope for a prize is raised. But in the end, the hope is dashed as he is disappointed. He hopes to be given a check or cash. To his amazement, the callers tell him that the company doesn't give checks or cash, but experience. Let's hear what they told him. We don't deal in money. Expenses are what we deal in, quote unquote. That leads also to the theme of experience. The speaker receives a call from the Universal Lottery that is the top winner of the company's lottery contest. He is told that he is £1,000,000 richer and asks how he feels. At this stage, the caller is already expecting a check of money. But the caller said the company only deals in experience as their prize, which the speaker just receives according to them. They congratulate him for a great experience and hang up. This is what they told him. We don't deal in money. Experiences are what we deal in, quote unquote. You have had a great experience, right? That is your prize. The experience the speaker just had doesn't add any value to him. It is a harrowing one. He was supposed to be happy and be on top of the world after the conversation. It is clear at the end that the speaker doesn't have a nice day, as with the callers. They hang up on him with a broken heart. Now these are some of the poetic devices used in the poem. The first one is conversation. The poem is a conversation between the agent of the company and the poet. The poem is a conversation between the speaker and the callers, who are likely to be the officials of the Universal Lotteries. The call gives information to the speaker that he is the winner of the company's top prize. The callers then ask him how he feels about the news. There's also the use of repetition. This is literally the device whereby a word, phrase, and expression are repeated in the literary work. There's a repetition of "they said" and "I said" several times in the poem. This is so because the poem is a conversation between the callers and the speaker. It also shows that the conversation is being reported by the speaker. So that is the essence of making use of those quoted expressions. They said, I said. We also have irony. The promise of a monetary prize the speaker is said to have won at the beginning of the poem turns to experience at the end. We don't deal in money. Experiences are what we deal in. You've had a great experience, right? Exciting, something you will remember. The experience the speaker has here is not a great one, and it is not the one he would like to remember. It is an harrowing experience that he would like to erase from his thoughts for life. What we have here is ironic, as the opposite of what is said by the callers will be experienced by the speaker. It is also ironic when the callers tell the speaker to have a nice day, quote unquote. It is indeed very glaring that the speaker doesn't have a nice day because his hope of becoming a millionaire, as promised, is eventually dashed. his hope is eventually that. That is ironic. He's expected to be happy at the end of the poem, and his status is supposed to have been changed. So that is ironic. We also have simile. This is a literary device that compares two things with the use of like or has. It is used in the second stanza when the speaker explains how it feels. I said, I feel the top of my head has floated off out through the window, revolving like a flying saucer, quote unquote. The speaker compares how it feels in his head with a flying saucer. We also have alliteration. This is a figure of sound, that is, a consonant sound is repeated at the beginning of two or more words in a line of a poem. It is used in these listed lines. You can check it in the poem. Also, the mood of the poem. Mood is the state of mind of the poet while composing the poem. The speaker is in a happy mood when he's given the information that he wins their top prize, quote unquote. He is happy because of the £1,000,000 involved. Let's hear him. I said I'm finding it hard to talk. My throat's gone dry. My nose is tingling. I think I'm going to sneeze or cry, quote unquote. This goes on in his body because he is happy. But there will be a change in the mood when the price changes. Instead of a check or money, the price turns to a great experience, quote unquote, as we hear from the caller. So that's the poem titled The Telephone Call by Fleur Adcock. If you have any question on this poem or any other poem or on literature generally, just send it to the message box there and the question will be attended to. As I said earlier, if you are new on this channel, try and click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever any video is released. You can also invite your friends to join us. You are free to share our videos on any social media platform. Thank you and God bless.